thank you for watching. There are two words that people have recently been trying to change the meaning of, and it's important to know what those words mean. But one reason we have words and a language is so we know what we mean when we say a word, and it is immoral to try to change the meanings of words. The word consent. One reason it's important for us to be clear about what consent means and not change the meaning of the word is because it is a word used in one place is the Constitution of the United States of America. And there are decades-old laws that use that word consent. So it's important for us to understand those laws in the Constitution for us to not be making up stuff that the word consent doesn't mean. Consent means giving permission for somebody. It means saying okay and going along with something. So how does this translate into the Constitution? Well, when the Constitution says the Senate gives consent for a president to do something, that should mean that one vote more than half gets permission to do that. Maybe if there's a tie, the president still gets to do the thing that the Constitution says he needs consent from the Senate to do. It should not take 60 votes out of 100 to get something done that the Constitution says a president does with consent. Yeah, now, have you consented to have sex with somebody? Some dishonest people are now saying talking like consent is a synonym of eager wanting to do something, or saying that consent is, the definition of consent is eagerly wanting to do something. No, that's not what consent means. Consent means you go along with it. You give permission for something to be done, you go along with it. You might not even want it, but you're saying, okay, you can do something. This matters because, the good laws against the evil act of rape are based on the definition of consent of giving permission and going along with something. And we should, if we're going to rewrite rape laws, we should change the wording in the law and not change the meaning of the word in the law. But in my opinion, it would not make any sense to waste taxpayer money in a country that has enormous deficits and already has a lot of people in prison, putting people in prison because they got consent for sex and they did not get eager, strong desire from the other person for sex. How's it hurting anyone that we should put people in prison if they got permission for the sex with somebody but did not get that person eagerly wanting it? The other word is assault rifle. A German variation of the word assault rifle was first coined during World War II because Adolf Hitler was a big fan of the concept of bolt-action rifles surrounding a machine gunner. And he was a dictator, so they needed to convince him of things. They needed they needed his eager willingness for military ideas, tactics, equipment. How did they get Adolf Hitler to be for the idea of smaller, fully automatic weapons to be given to the soldiers? They called them the German word for assault rifle. What were the defining features of those assault rifles? Intermediate cartridge. When I say intermediate cartridge, it like something in between the power of a rifle. Back then, at in World War I, World War II, the rifles given to every soldier were high-powered. They could reach out, like more than 1,000 yards if somebody had a clear view, and was a really skilled shot. Maybe there weren't a lot of shots like that taken, but those bullets would go very far and have killing power very far out. So intermediate between that and a handgun cartridge, handgun ammunition that you wouldn't want to try to take a shot past 100 yards. And fully automatic. Now the military doesn't want to have the soldiers dump entire magazines when they're not sure what they're shooting at and create supply problems. So now modern assault rifles have 3-shot bursts, but it's more than 1 shot per trigger pull. That is an assault rifle. Calling anything other than that an assault rifle is dishonest and or changing the meaning of this word. But we shouldn't change the meaning of this word, so when we say assault rifle, we know what we're talking about. And one sad thing about this changing of the word, in the 90s is when they started, the people that want to ban all guns figured out there were some guns that were scarier to the general public, that they could call those assault rifles and get public support to ban those as they incrementally worked towards banning all guns. Well, what is an assault rifle? Most people who say, yeah, ban assault rifles, they can't give you a good definition. The different state laws that define assault rifles have some differences between them. Because they're trying to squeeze as many guns as they can into the assault rifle laws. The people that want to ban all guns, they're squeezing as many guns as they can into the assault rifle laws. So at some point in the future, any gun that's not a single shot, a gun that you have to pull the next shot out of your pocket for, will be an assault rifle the way things are trending. Thank you for watching. You have a good day.